What is going on, warriors and farmers of Tamaris? I am back again with another video. In today's episode, we're going to check out a bunch of different talent trees for NIKA. Ever since the previous update, the game developers made some changes to the talent tree. This video is going to address most of them. Be sure to like, share and subscribe. Alright, warriors and farmers of Tamaris. NIKA, as we know, is the best infantry for doing damage in the game. There are so many good things about this hero. Excellent rage skill, excellent counter attack. Today we're gonna check out some talent trees that are gonna do some great thing in the open field. Be sure to comment down below which one of the talent trees worked well for you. NIKA is of the infantry, peacekeeping and skills talent tree branch. Let us go over the skills and see what makes NIKA so great. Beginning with the rage skill, Shimmer Strike. This skill animation looks so great when you fight your enemies. Deals physical skill damage to the target legion, damage factor 1500, and bruises them, reducing their HP by 30% for 3 seconds. Let that sink in, guys. 1500 damage factor and then reducing the HP by 30%. All your other marches can benefit from this. When NIKA reduces the enemy health, you will do a lot of damage. Excellent hero, excellent rage skill. Now the second skill is dedicated towards the darklings on the map. You get plus 30% increase in damage, which is not bad. The third skill is absolutely insane. Infantry unit physical attack bonus 20%. You also get a 10% march speed, which is awesome. And then the best selling point for NIKA is the fourth skill. Increases hero skill damage dealt by NIKA's legion by 10% and counter attack damage bonus by 20%. This is what makes NIKA so great. Now checking the awakening skill. When NIKA's legion launches a normal attack, it has a 50% chance to deal physical skill damage, damage factor 500, if the target has less than 50% units remaining. This effect can be triggered once every 2 seconds. NIKA is one of those infantry heroes that you need to max out. She is excellent in the open field and she is excellent in garrison as a secondary. The counter attack that you get from here is second to none. This is pretty much everything we know about the skills for NIKA. She is an excellent hero for the open field. Now when you're making talent tree for infantry heroes, you have to pay attention to the rage skill. Most infantry heroes don't have rage skill damage factor. When you look at Madeline, there is no rage skill damage factor here. When you look at Garwood, there is no rage skill damage factor here. Thea is another example you can use with NIKA. Again, no rage skill damage factor. Who else do we have here? Ileana is another pair. She has a very low rage skill damage factor. We have to take all of that into consideration when we make a talent tree for NIKA. So let's check out some examples. When it comes to choosing a talent tree for infantry heroes, which talent tree path should you take? Now, should you go full infantry or should you go all the way the other way? The best thing you can do for your infantry is to go full infantry and then take the remaining points to the other side. If you go the infantry direction, you are going to get a lot of good stuff that's going to help you out in the open field. 90% of the time your infantry is going to be surrounded in the open field. And here are some good talents that are going to help you out. So everything I'm clicking from here will be excellent for infantry in the open field. Therefore, go full infantry and then half skills. If you want to use your infantry in a one-on-one situation, like for NIKA, then you can try going full skills and then half infantry. But overall, going full infantry and then half skills is going to give you the best results with infantry. Talent tree number 1 for the video is called Infantry 1. This is the talent tree that I recommend you use. Now this talent tree is gonna be great for all the infantry heroes that don't have a rage skill. We're gonna see all the points that we picked over here. Like I said before, you have to be very careful when you make a talent tree for infantry heroes. Okay, let us see the points that we have for this awesome rage skill infantry hero. Pick this, get this, grab this one. We start off with the skills direction. You have attack over here. Now from this talent tree, I decided to take this one. Increase the HP of your legion units by 4.4%. The reason I did not take this skill damage and this one is because your infantry is going to be surrounded in the open field. And when you have this one, you are going to benefit from all the enemies that are hitting you. When you have this one, it's only going to work with the targets that you are hitting. Moving on to the next one, we have the counter attack, which is great. Your infantry is going to inflict more counter attack damage to the enemy, which is what you want. And then over here we have two awesome talents that you can pick one from. Now most infantry don't have a rage skill damage factor. Therefore don't pick this one. It's going to be a waste. Take this one instead. You get 20 additional rage, which is great. Let us shift over to the infantry direction. Now we take this one. You get some defense. Over here we have egoism. Your legion takes 0.8% less hero skill damage. When you fight in the open field with your infantry, 90% of the time you will be surrounded. This one is going to save you more than this. The next one we have from here is right here. Your legion deals 0.8% more normal attack damage, which is great. If you take it to 5, you get some good stuff. Now you can switch to this one if you have someone like Bakar secondary. That's going to be up to you. Now over here I decided to go with this one. Get more defense. When you get surrounded, this will help you out. If you want more damage, then this one is what you pick. Keeping it pushing, we have this one here, all conquering. Your legion takes 0.8% less normal attack damage. Well, guess what? When you are surrounded, you're going to reduce all the damage that you take, which is great. And then you have the counter attack right here. You will deflect a lot of damage back to the enemy, which is awesome. Now this is the selling points for infantry talent tree. 90% of the time you will be surrounded, and when you are surrounded, you take a lot of surrounded damage. When you have this one, I think it's gonna go all the way up to negative 75%. If your legion takes, no, it says your legion takes 75% less bonus damage from being surrounded. That is, if you take it to 5 out of 5, it's gonna be 75%. When you come to the end here, this is what you pick. Ready for battle. Your legion has 8% chance to launch an extra counter attack when hit with a normal attack. Now infantry are excellent at doing counter attack. This is something you want to go with. This one seems okay, but I don't feel it. This is the way to go. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is the talent tree for NIKA if you're using her in the open field. Just remember, you are going to be surrounded most of the time. And this talent tree is kind of universal. You can use it with any infantry hero that does not have a rage skill damage factor. If you are a new player in Call of Dragons, this would be a good place to start. This talent tree, I recommend it for new players. Talent tree number 2, also known as infantry number 2. This one is a slight variation from the previous one. It is designed for infantry heroes that have a rage skill damage factor. So let's see the points that we have for this second one. Just a slight variation. Now when we go to the skills direction, we have this one. Over here we took the rage skill. Now you can use this talent tree with Bakar. NIKA primary, Bakar secondary. You can also try with Madeline and Ileana. They have some type of rage skill damage factor. Madeline has a rage skill on her 4th skill. And then you have the counter attack, which is something you have to take all the time. You come over here, you get the boiling blood. When casting rage skills, your legion's deputy deals 8% more damage the next time they cast a rage skill. So this is what you pick for Bakar secondary. NIKA primary, Bakar secondary. Now we're gonna go to the infantry direction. It's almost the same as before. We have this. Now over here we took the rage skill because you have 2 infantry heroes that can do a rage skill. You get this one as well. when you come over here, you can go with the cool-headed for more defense, or you can take furious for more attack. It's gonna be up to you. And then we have this one right here, which is great. We have the counter attack. We took this one away and went with this one. Being hit with a normal attack has a 10% chance to grant your legion 10 rage. But you can also go with this one if you are afraid of being surrounded in the open field. At the end here, this is what we pick, ready for battle, which is great. So this talent tree is going to be good for Bakar secondary. You can try with Madeline, and you can also use with Ileana as well. Talent tree number 3, called Skills 1. Basically, we go all the way in the skills direction and then take some stuff from the infantry. Let's see what we're working with. Okay, we're gonna start off with the infantry. I've already explained some stuff from here. You got infantry, you got rage skill, you have more damage here. You can go defense, or you can go more attack. Now take this talent tree if you're gonna use your NIKA for one-on-one situations. If you wanna use your NIKA for open field, you should go with infantry 1. But this one is good for one-on-one situations. You grab this, you get this rage skill, you get the counter attack. And then when you come here, you pick this one because you're gonna use Bakar secondary. And then we have this point right here, which increases your defense. Or you can go with this one, which like reduces the enemy's defense. And then when you get over here, things start to get a little bit interesting. Now it's gonna be up to you to pick one of these two talents. For this one, we decided to go with this two. And then when we come to the end, you should always go for this one, Thirst for Blood, because you're gonna get a one-time damage factor. You know, sometimes when you fight in the open field, you have to walk away. If you try to pick this one, you're not gonna get the full benefit because it takes some time to complete. Therefore, I usually go with this. This one is good for Behemoth, but guess what? Infantry, not great for Behemoth. So this is skill talent tree 1. Next talent tree on the list, known as skill number 2. It's a slight variation from the previous one. Here are the points. So it's the same as the previous one that I just showed you, except this time we went with this 2. Everything else is the same. It's gonna be up to you now to decide which one you wanna go with. I personally, I would use infantry 1 for my NIKA. Next talent tree on the list, known as skill number 3. Again, a small variation from the previous one, except this time we went with these 2 points here in the middle. Now you can decide to go with this and this one, or you can switch this one and this one, or you can go this one and this one. It's gonna be up to you now to decide which one you want to take. Just read through and see which one works best for you. This is what I would go with, Thirst for Blood. It is great. Our next talent tree on the list is gonna be known as Skills Rage. Now with this one, you go all the way in the skills direction. You put all the points in the skills. Let us see what we're working with. This one is built with Rage. The talent tree is pretty much the same as the other ones. I'm gonna point the key areas. Okay, so we got this Rage over here. Launching a normal attack has a 10% chance to grant your Legion 10 Rage. And then we have another Rage right here. Being hit with a normal attack has a 10% chance to grant your Legion 10 Rage. This is going to be a good talent tree for 1 versus 1 situation. We also have this one right here, Steady Hands. We got this too. And then at the end here, we went with Thirst for Blood. This talent tree would be good with Bakar secondary. Now you can decide to go with this Rage, or you can take this one for Bakar. This will work great. You can also use NIKA for peacekeeping purposes. Here are some peacekeeping talent trees you can use with this awesome hero. Okay, these are the points that we picked. We have one over here. We got this one. We got this. We have this. We take this. just make our way up, all the way up to here. And then if you want some extra rewards, you can go with this, or you can go with this. This is one of the peacekeeping talent tree for NIKA. Now let's see the next peacekeeping talent tree. Now this one is a peacekeeping talent tree built with rage. So we switch some of the points just to get some rage points. Let's see where we made the new changes. We have rage over here. We switched this one with this. And then we have another rage over here. We switched it with this one. And this time we went the skills direction to get some good stuff as well. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, these are all the talent trees for NIKA. She is an excellent infantry hero for doing a lot of rage skill damage. When you design a talent tree for infantry, pay attention to the rage skill. Some infantry don't have a rage skill damage factor. This is it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.